my friend.
Hello.
With your water fucking bottle. Fucking gallon.
Why is everybody always like this? These
I have
Stanley
my
cups are
Stanley.
stupid.
No, I actually think they're great. Whenever I fill up my
apparently they're
Stanley
just so
cup,
big.
whenever I fill it up, I finish.
Yeah, me
The
too.
only thing I would like is I might even buy one, like a rubber cap to cover the straw, because when you go outside, you can't cover the straw. And I think that's
I don't
gross.
really bring this out, but oh my god, at night I'll have this next to my bed, and for some reason, like I never really like in the night I'll just fill it up with water, and in the morning I'll just drink it because like it's not being contaminated, it's like closed.
Yeah.
For some reason, one day the other week, I was like, why am I drinking this in the morning? And that's been water from the night because that's actually kind
fine.
of gross.
No.
I opened it up, there was a bug in there. And I was like, I'm never drinking night water ever again.
Yeah, I need to get a cap.
There was
for
a
my
freaking
straw.
bug in there. So
need
I
a
was
cap for my
like,
straw.
I will be having fresh water every day. Because you never know what's going to get into the straw.
Look at you looking inside
I'm
now.
shook now.
Anyway, how have we been? How are you? Feeling better today?
I'm feeling lovely.
Feeling lovely. That was not believable. I just feel like this time of year is like so meh.
Yeah.
Because summer's done.
Cold.
It's London's cold. Like, I didn't wear a jacket today, but I wore a hoodie, but like I was freezing.
It's raining.
It's pouring.
I've just got no vim to do anything.
No
really.
vim to love him.
I'm just like bed or
I could 100% have a bed rot week.
yeah, but then I feel guilty.
Yeah, we need to let go of that guilt, you know? Like, let go of the guilt.
Yeah, we got a group trip next week.
I'm excited. I'm excited to meet all these new people in Marrakesh. That's going to be really fun.
Yeah, and it'd be all girls.
It's going to be an all girls trip. And we've got so much fun stuff. And like, we've got someone celebrating their birthday. Like, it's actually going to be so sick. Get me to Marrakesh. However, today we're talking about
the old school.
old school raver.
This subject's so exciting.
This is jokes.
yeah.
So, how old are you when you hit your first rave?
I mean, I used to go to under 18s.
I went to an over 18s, like an adult rave, the first time when I was 15.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Mad.
Because the guys were like moving to the girls in these raves who were like,
it was like
18,
it was like a
19.
proper af rave. For anyone who doesn't know, that means like it was like a lot of older Africans kind of rave. The club was like known for that kind of thing. That's who.
What club was it?
I don't know. It was behind the KFC
In Wood
on
Green?
Old Kent Road
Oh.
in South London. It was a bit gross in there. And yeah, they always let us in. No ID. And I was like, fuck it, let's go. That was my first rave, 15. I went there a couple times. Had a great time. I mean,
With your
obviously I
friends?
pretended. Yeah, with my friends from secondary school. I always say to my mom I was staying at someone's house.
We used to go to a lot of house parties and stuff. At
Yeah,
like
the
15.
shubs.
Yeah, the shubs.
The shubs.
And some of them were in the ghetto. I remember going
Bro.
to one in like, what's that estate? Some estate in like northwest
It was
London.
always
Like,
in an estate.
Yeah, literally.
It was always on an estate.
Oh my god.
And like,
The house parties were crazy.
and when and it would get locked off and you had to run because the
Yeah.
police came and you didn't want to get in trouble, so you like run.
Oh
home.
my god, do people still do house parties? Like them crazy ones?
I don't think like it's like how we went.
That's sad.
I don't think they call them the shubs either.
They don't call them the shubs, no.
No.
Yeah, when I was like 14, 15, 16, there was a lot of house parties. And then under 18s, it wasn't Oceana, Destiny.
Did you
Watford.
go like Choice FM?
I never went to that because it was
Junior
far
Jam.
for me.
I went to Junior Jam, was far from me too.
Where was it? Wasn't it in
I think
South?
I think it was in Stratford, which back then
Oh,
you
yeah,
couldn't
no
get the
way.
overground there. So I don't even know how the fuck I got there. I think it was Stratford. Is it Stratford Rex? I think I went there.
Maybe that was ghetto.
Yeah, and then I think Bow Wow performed.
Oh, I wanted to go to that one and the Pretty Ricky one.
I went to the
Bow Wow
one.
and Bow Wow was there with Amarian.
Yeah,
Oh, it's my biggest regret in life
And it
that
was
I
like-
didn't go to that.
I mean, I want to say it was the best time, but I don't remember anything.
how did you even buy tickets?
I have no idea. My friend got me a ticket.
How did we buy tickets back in those days?
I have
Remember,
no
you
idea.
actually used to have to go meet the promoter to get the
Yeah,
tickets.
you have to have physical tickets.
That's crazy.
physical tickets.
Or like, but then a lot of things were also free. You'd be rushing to get there before
Do you
11.
remember back in the day, you used to have like girls free before
Before
like,
11,
before
yeah.
11, and
Was
then
that, is that even a thing anymore?
I don't think it's a thing anymore. I think maybe like in Vegas, but like not in the UK.
free before 11.
Free
and
before
you'd be
11.
rushing to get there before 11.
Yeah, and then you get there and it will just be all the gal.
Yeah,
all the
empty.
galdom, and it was
Empty.
empty. But you got there free, so you don't care. And sometimes you get like a free shot.
Yeah, really.
No, I think I got a couple
Nah,
times.
having to meet up with the DJ to get your ticket is actually nuts.
I had certain DJs' numbers on speed dial.
Yeah.
Like, I used to chat to them on a regular.
And be like, yeah, I think like everybody had like rapport with the DJs.
Yeah, you had a
I mean,
rapport.
I definitely had rapport with the DJs.
We had a rapport. Yeah, you had a
rapport and more, baby.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, the rave, that was a good time. So then after that rave, that 15 rave, then I went to like some of these like junior jams or whatever, and then I remember Departure Lounge.
Oh yeah.
Did you ever go to Departure Lounge?
Yeah. I think I was like of age though when I went there.
I was not of age when I went to
Or
Departure
maybe like
Lounge.
17.
Yeah, I had a fake ID. You used to be able to
I never had a fake ID.
You used to be able to order like fake IDs online. I ordered it
Oh,
online.
I remember,
and it was delivered to
yeah.
my house.
Because they never scanned them back
They never
then.
scanned
There was
anything,
no
and it was a
scanning.
uni card. So it was like some uni card, and it used to say like I went to whatever university. I think it was even a fake university. Don't think it was even real. And it had my photo on it and stuff. And I used to give that as ID, and they'd be like, most of the time they'd let me in.
What do you mean most of the time? Why didn't they?
Eventually they stopped accepting them. Yeah, and then I started using someone's passport. Don't ask me how I got this girl's. I didn't even know her. It was a friend of a friend. She had given my friend her passport, and then she gave it to me to use.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and I used to just go, and I didn't look anything like this girl.
I feel like a lot of my friends were younger as well when I was like 17. So like nobody could really rave.
But 17, still wasn't legal.
Yeah, I know. That's what I mean. Like that's why I wasn't really going to like
Okay.
the over 18 things because all of my friends were like, nah.
Yeah, so my friends that were my age, we would all have a fake ID from someone, like our cousin or someone like that. And then we would still go with like older sisters or older someone would be there as well.
Yeah.
So we'd link up with them. But we were always too young to be in the rave.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Yeah.
I would go with my sister quite a lot actually.
Yeah, so like you could probably get on with your sister. But bare times I was like, how the fuck am I in here?
I was just shook to be like, I don't have my ID, I forgot it.
You can't say that. I don't have an idea for it. You're not getting in.
Sometimes.
Really? No.
Yeah,
I'm
in
getting
London they didn't care.
in. No, if you're going to like Departure Lounge, E3, all them places.
What's E3? I don't think I
E3
know
was
that.
like some like big club in East London.
Oh, I don't
And
think I know
like
that.
I remember we had to get the bus there. Oh, it was long. The bendy bus we had to get there. Yeah. And like it was because obviously back then like no one drove. So like
I did because like all my friends we started driving when like 17, 18.
yeah, but we weren't driving. Like no one was gonna drive to the club. We were just going there and like
Yeah.
getting the bus home.
That's crazy.
So we were getting the bus like from like Peckham all the way to like Central or like into other ends and stuff. And we were like, this is crazy.
yeah, like 17 buses
Like 2 buses. One time I got the train to Dagenham
for what a rave.
for a rave. What was that? There was a club in Dagenham that everyone used to go to.
Did you ever go to Ifbar in Ilford?
no.
You must
No,
have.
then we went to Ifbar.
I feel like you did. Or did you ever go to what was one in South Woodford? Oh, you must have went there. I feel like everybody went there.
What? There was a club in Dagenham.
I don't think I ever went to Dagenham.
You must have gone there.
I mean, I
because
must have.
There was a period where like people like Cold Steps and all those people were only doing their raves at this one place. Gumbo, all them people were doing their raves at this place. So you must have gone. All the house raves were there. Oh, and it was in Dagenham. I can't remember. It's gonna annoy me now.
I don't know. I used to go to a lot of places that I
Same.
probably even forgot. And because I'd always be like DJs plus one, I would literally be everywhere outside.
Yeah, I was
Like,
out.
it
Every
was just a
weekend we were
lot.
out. And I'd get into the club for free. I wouldn't pay
Yeah,
for drinks. And
yeah.
I'd go home smashed.
Yeah.
Like smashed.
And we'd pre-drink. And most of the time I'd drive, which was actually really bad. And then remember like my friend at the time who like I was raving with a lot, like me and her were literally like this, like Batty and Bench. And she used to bring like a loaf of like Hovis like into the car and then basically be like, oh, this is for after to like sober you up. Like that is the worst advice. Like what?
Yeah, because the bread, like the carbs, like soak up.
I'd still get put in jail for drink
Yeah,
driving.
100%,
Like the
100%.
fucking Hovis ain't doing shit. Like
I remember one night we went out, and then one of my friends, who did drive, but she didn't live near any of us, so she would drive home, and like we were just like, oh, like we proper been drinking. Like I don't think you should drive. Like she went anyway, drove anyway, got stopped, got arrested, and then everyone was messaging like, where is she? Where is she? Where is she? Like no one knows who she is. Where is she? Obviously, the next day she comes out, she was like, oh yeah, I was in a cell. Like had to sober up.
I literally have to thank my lucky stars that never happened to me because a
Yeah.
number of times.
Also, like now I look back at it, I'm like, it was so dangerous, like that sort of shit. Like people were like drinking, getting smashed, driving home. You're not just putting yourself in
Yeah.
danger, you're putting other people in danger. Like
Yeah.
actually crazy. Like now I would never let any of my friends drive drunk. I'd be like, no, like
no,
we'll get a
no.
taxi. Like it's
Yeah,
fine.
no way.
But like back then, everyone was just like
It was just
risking it for a
normal.
chocolate biscuit.
I used to drop Clement home, like, all the way to fucking whatever the uni that you went to, like, Uxbridge. Yeah, it was crazy. And then I remember at one point, I was like, I'm not doing this anymore. So then I remember, like, it was like 6 a.m. sun's coming up. I'm like, this is your station. And I remember one time I was like sleeping in the back, him and his mate, and they woke up. They were like, huh? I was like, get your asses out. Because I would be the driver, so I'd have to drop everyone home. And that was like the worst thing ever. I hated it. Yeah. But then you were also just like excited to drive back then. So you're just like,
also, I just remember like sometimes I just feel like there was no one to really like advise, and I feel like I will definitely do this if I have kids. Is like actually sit down to them and like be like, okay, like it's cool to drink, it's fine to drink, but like let's learn our limits. Like let's not go out and buy like a cheap bottle of vodka and like drink the whole thing. Because I was definitely doing that.
Yeah, we were doing that.
And then I was stumbling home. Do you know how dangerous that is? Like if I actually think back to the amount of times I put myself in a risky situation.
Drinking when you're there. Yeah,
you don't need to pre-drink when you're there. You get there, you're smashed off your face. How you even got in the club? And then I literally remember one time I went to some club. I'm gonna say it was in Tower Bridge somewhere. I don't because I can remember being in Tower Bridge. Oh, I don't know if you ever went. There was like a club under the bridge in London Bridge,
and they used to do roller skating there.
It was no.
Under the arches.
It was under the arches, but it might have been like the same place, but I don't know. But like there was a club under the arches. It was like in like some big room thing.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, so I went there, and when we left, I was like diabolically drunk. Like I could barely put 2 feet in front of the other. But yeah, me and my friends were both smashed. Me and one other girl, we both left this club together to get on a bus home, and we can barely walk.
That's crazy.
And I had to walk from the club and the arches to the bus stop was maybe like I'm gonna say
heels as well. In heels. We never used to bring flats. That's one thing.
Never used to bring flats.
We would be painting it out, and that was that.
6-7 inches.
Yeah, that was that. Like mental. You had to just, and I think like that's one thing my sister taught me as like the older generation. She was like, you will wear your heels and you'll suffer, and like
suffer in silence.
Yeah, and that's it. Like
we'll suffer. So I'm walking. The bus stop on a normal day would be a 10-minute walk. So 10-minute walk in heels is and when 25 minutes.
Hurt too.
Yeah, at the end of the night, we're walking to the bus stop, and I was so intoxicated. I was so drunk. Like I'm gonna say it took me an hour to get to the bus stop.
Probably not. It's probably like
that's how it felt. It felt like we were walking for an hour, and then I lost my friend. We got to the bus stop, and I'm like, if I look at it now, I could have literally been killed. Like anything could happen to me on that road, and I would have no recollection because I was smashed.
Yeah.
Like and you get on the night bus and go home. That's insane.
The number of times that I was drunk and wasted, and probably like getting in people's cars to like drop me home that I didn't even know.
Bro.
I remember going out once, and it was my best friend's birthday, and I remember I kept falling on the floor, and some guy was like, "Are you not embarrassed?" I actually remember being told I was drunk, and I was just like, "No, man."
I remember one time I went out with my boyfriend to a club called Aquam. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's in Clapham.
Yeah,
it's a proper South thing. Like South people probably go there. So we went out to this night out. I was with my boyfriend at the time, and like all his friends, all my friends. I pre-drunk. Like a dickhead. Got there, he was like, oh, let's do coffee Patron shots. This time I'm in my 20s, so like I should have been able to have my drink by this point, still couldn't. Do the shots. 2 shots in, smashed.
Yeah.
Then I went outside for some air. Bro, I got kicked out the club.
No.
I got kicked out the club.
Why?
Because I was too drunk. They were like, you can't come back in. Bear in mind, inside I have no bag, so inside is my phone, my house keys, money, everything's inside. I'm outside now. One of my friends who was with me, who they were like, she could go back in. I was like to her, can you get my boyfriend? Back at the time. Cool. I'm sitting on the floor in Clapham, on Clapham High Street. So I'm so intoxicated. A paramedic came over to me and asked me, am I okay? Do I need to be taken to hospital?
Oh my God.
Yeah, I can actually remember this. I can't remember her face. I know it was a woman, but I can remember her paramedic pants and her paramedic boots. And her asking me, do we need to take you to the hospital? And then I was like, no, my boyfriend's coming. Why am I was outside on that floor for at least an hour before my boyfriend.
What was he doing?
He didn't know where I was. No one told him. My friend's gone back in and forgot, apparently. She was like, I forgot where you were. Turned out that she forgot where I was, went back in, then she left the club and got on a bus home. So all this is transpiring.
You guys really be getting on the bus.
We were smashed. Then he comes out, eventually finds me. He's like, what the fuck? Like, you're a mess, basically. Picks me up off the floor, goes and gets us in a taxi. I was so drunk I couldn't even walk.
I've spent many nights picking up other people as well.
I was definitely the person getting picked up.
I got spiked once too.
I got spiked multiple times.
Really? It's actually really dangerous.
I got spiked. I think I'm gonna say twice for sure. Got spiked.
Do people still do that anymore?
Yeah,
I mean,
I've heard that's still a thing.
We thought it was some girl. It's like us 3 girls. We thought it was some girl that did it. Didn't like us.
I remember I had this guy's drink. So one time I was spiked, like spiked as in someone put something in my drink.
Yeah.
And one time I was with my friends. Saw some guys that I knew. They had obviously put something in their bottle of drink. So like they had like a bottle of Grey Goose or something, and they obviously put something in that, and then they were drinking it. So and then they gave me a glass of that, and then I was like fucked.
Because you'd really just drink anyone's drink back then.
Back
Like there
then,
was not. It was just like, yeah, come on my table here, and you were like, yeah, sure. Like you literally didn't think about it.
Every night I went out, I was on someone's table drinking other people's drinks.
Yeah,
I was barely buying drinks back then.
Yeah, I don't remember ever really buying drinks.
But that day, I know that they had something in their drink, because before we got there, I'd had one drink, and in there, I only had that one drink from them. Passed out, I blacked out, and I woke up. My friend was like, "You vomited all over my car." I vomited all over the back of her car. My dad had to come out and carry me into my house.
Yeah, you know when you're spiked. This is the thing, because after I got spiked, people were like, "You sure you weren't just really drunk?" I was like, "Bro, like I was passed out on the bathroom floor of the club,
and I only had 2 drinks."
Yeah, exactly. I only had 2, and rosé. I was drinking rosé.
Impossible.
Remember we used to drink rosé.
We used to get. You'd go to the club or the bar, and you get like a bottle of rosé.
Yeah,
because you get smashed fast on a bottle of rosé. So
or I used to have a Di Serrano and Coke.
Oh my god, Di Serrano and cranberry juice.
Yeah. Di Serrano is actually disgusting.
I mean, I don't mind it, but like I wouldn't drink it now. It's so
Ew.
sweet. Like you'd have, maybe if it was in like a cocktail or something, but
I remember one of the first time I went to like a proper like adult club, like I didn't know. I had to ask my sister like what to order, because I'd been drinking like out of the bottle at my dad's like cabinet, but like I didn't know when you go to a club, like what do you actually order?
Like now I think if we go out and we're like, oh, let's have a drink, it's to enjoy it. We're having a cocktail that we enjoy. But back then it was just like, what can get you the smash the fastest?
Yeah.
Like, and I remember the first time.
What tastes like decent?
What tastes decent? I went the first time I went for like when I had an office job, and like we went for like after work drinks, and they were like, oh, like what do you want to drink, Ashley? And I was like, Di Serrano and cranberry juice, and they were like, what?
You're not in the club.
Yeah, they were like, what the fuck are you talking about?
They drink like rosé.
Yeah, they were like, no, or like gin and tonic.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, Di Serrano cranberry juice. And they were like, you're crazy. Who's this crazy little black girl?
Yeah, that is not what you're drinking.
And then I obviously started drinking gin and tonic eventually, but like,
or like a glass of prosecco.
Yeah, prosecco. Love the glass of prosecco.
Yeah.
Let me give my champagne.
Yeah.
But I think obviously British culture is like very boozy. Like it is very much drinking. Like if you're not drinking in the club going to the rave, then you're drinking after work.
Yeah, true.
It's only like, I feel like it's only the wave now like is to like not really drink that much. Like it's very much, people are like slowing down on alcohol now, but back then you couldn't go out and not drink.
No.
Like impossible.
I've done some damage.
What do you mean?
Like to my organs.
Oh, 100%.
By all the drinking. I remember one of my birthdays, I got sick in the club in a champagne bucket. Number of times I've been sick in the club.
Yeah, same. One time.
I dragged Clement to the bathroom with me once because it was my birthday and I was throwing up.
I remember one time I was like on a table and we were in this club, and it was like one of those clubs that is the second they clock that you're smashed, you're out.
Yeah.
And like I remember there was a cup on the table and I was just sitting there and I was like trying so hard not to be sick, and I just picked up the cup, vomited, put it back, and just acted like nothing had happened.
That is actually the worst.
No, I'm actually not gonna lie. Like we were feral. Like it's.
I've been to the club, vomit in the toilet, then come out and pretend like nothing's happened. That's even worse. So
not really.
gross.
I left the sick on the table.
Yeah, that is. Yeah,
like the sick cup on the table.
Ew.
I got kicked out as well.
Did you?
Yeah, because then I had to vomit again. And they were like,
the vomiting was too
out.
much.
But do you know what? Even I remember on my 18th birthday, my mum let me have like friends over, and I had like probably no more than 10 friends over, but everyone brought alcohol. We were all like freshly 18, so like we were only just allowed to like buy alcohol. And like I remember we were like mixing drinks.
Oh yeah, that is my downfall. That has been my downfall since the beginning of time.
Not just mixing drinks, like having several different drinks, mixing drinks in the same cup. So someone was like, put vodka, put tequila, put this, put that. The alcohol had gone blue, and I'm drinking it, like dying. Yeah.
And
good.
You think it's fun. You're like, yeah.
You're like, oh my God.
Yeah, you're gassed.
Not good. Not good.
I remember one of my work Christmas parties, they had like open bar, but it was like only like wine. I was I was so fucked.
Bro.
The next day, I couldn't move. I was like,
The first
and the
job,
wine hangover as well.
The first job I ever had, first like office job I ever had as an interior designer, we went to a Christmas party. I was so drunk that they had to look on the system to find my address to put me in a taxi home.
No way.
Because I couldn't even tell them my address. Just off the wine at dinner. Like
the wine is too much.
They don't educate you on like drinking smart.
No.
They didn't.
It's just like drink till you get drunk.
Drinking till you're blacked out drunk. Like white girl wasted was an absolute thing.
Yeah.
Like, we would go out and people would be like, we're getting white girl wasted tonight. Like it was an aim.
Every week.
It was an aim.
Yeah.
Which is nuts when you think about it. But back then I didn't get hangovers. Like now, if I drink like that, I can't drink like that.
Oh my God. Back then, I was Little Miss Hangover. I was the worst. The next day, I'd be throwing up. Even up until like there's nothing in my stomach, I'd be throwing up. And I'd have to lie still in the room like this. Because every time I moved, it would be... I'd be throwing up like maybe like 10 times the next day. I was fucked. And then I'd get to like maybe like 6 p.m. and then I'm like, I'm good.
No, so I stopped getting hangovers. I didn't start getting hangovers until I was like maybe 25, 26. So
Really?
I was like good deepness into the drunkness by that point before I started getting hangovers.
I've always had the worst. But I think it comes from the mixing drinks.
Yeah. If you stay on the same alcohol, clears or browns, don't mix.
I've never heard that was even a thing.
Yeah.
So
I
just
be
drinking whatever's on someone's table, whatever someone's buying me.
But now, like, now like I go out and if I'm gonna have a few drinks, like I'm good. Like I don't want to be smashed tomorrow. Like, I don't have time.
Yeah, no.
I don't have time on Sunday. I've got shit to do.
My last big hangover was my 30th. That was awful.
I'm trying to think when my last hangover was. I feel like, haven't we got hungover in the last couple of years? Maybe like Coachella.
Oh, that day out in New York.
Oh,
that day. What were we drinking? When I left my camera in the bar, it was that night.
I blame Nigel. I blame Nigel.
Every time Nigel's around, we are drunk and we are hungover.
Yeah.
Legit.
I don't even know what we drank.
I don't remember. I thought we were having cocktails.
We were drinking cocktails. But you know what? Nigel's around. We're doing cocktails and we'll be doing shots and it's just like not a good time. And we went and had pizza after, so I don't even know. We were like not sober.
I was definitely drunk that day.
We went home and we like literally, we were like so drunk we had to like go buy like electrolyte drinks.
No, that was the next morning.
Yeah,
we went to buy them,
and then we went
still fucked.
And then we went to brunch, and we were like, get that fucking alcohol away from me.
That brunch was like, I just didn't want to be there. I was like, no.
I mean, at least now when we're like, oh yeah, I was smashed. Like it's in a country. We're thinking about a country and like location. I'm not thinking about, oh yeah, I went to the pub on Saturday.
No.
But like, yeah.
I feel like we had more of a community back then though. Like it was so nice to go out and like everybody knew each other and you'd see people and like people you hadn't seen in ages.
I just don't understand how we never ever like communicated.
I mean, maybe we saw each other.
We 100% drunk in the toilet.
We wouldn't have been like, oh hi,
yeah.
Oh, hi.
No, but I'm just mean like I don't even remember being at raves and you were there. But there's pictures.
Yeah, but
of
you're
us
not
in
gonna
the same
remember
raves.
though.
No, but I do remember like other people. Like, oh, I remember that girl from like raving days, even though we weren't friends. But I just don't remember seeing you.
Yeah.
And the weirdest part about it is it's like we had a lot of mutual friends, but we just never like. I remember because like the first time I remember seeing you like in life was on socials, which was through the food halls. I only remember you from that. I don't remember you from raves.
That's crazy.
With that blonde ass hair of yours.
It wasn't red
lipstick. There was pictures of you in raves with blonde hair.
Oh,
and red
the
lipstick.
raves. Yeah. My Ruby Woo.
That Ruby Woo. I still got that
Ruby Woo. My Jeffrey Campbell.
I don't use the Ruby Woo anymore. Jeffrey Campbell's making a comeback.
Did you ever wear the peplum?
Of course I wore the peplum in multiple colours, dress and top.
The peplum was mad. Or the waist belts. I always had the big fat waist belts of like a lot of leather. I was like a leather gal.
We need to discuss why we thought office attire was appropriate for
or like, it was either office attire or like stripper wear.
Yes.
I think we should put some pictures because I had some real stripper outfits. Like... And the stripper heels. I had the stripper heels. I had the stripper outfit. Topshop. I remember going to Topshop after work on a Friday. Remember, like, you'd be going out on a Friday night. You're like, fuck it, 6 o'clock, finish work. Be going to Topshop on Oxford Circus. Come home, nap for an hour.
Out.
Shazam.
I remember I had one outfit that was legit like an office. It was like it was a dress, but it was like a white top.
I think
and
I know
a
the
black
exact
high-waisted skirt, like dress
the
top
high-waisted
thing.
skirts,
and then,
yeah.
but so it was like one dress, but it looked like a skirt and top. And then I put a belt over the middle, so it looked like 2 different pieces. And then I had the buttons on the white part like unbuttoned, so the boob was out. I thought I was the shit that night.
Do you remember when like Aztec was like the vibe with like Topshop? Everything was like Aztec print.
Yes.
You
I had a dress.
I had multiple, and then I had one of them which was like the white and black Aztec Topshop, and everybody had it, and then I cut it in half because I was like, I'm gonna make it a co-ord.
Do you remember when everyone used to shop in American Apparel?
Yeah,
so
I had the shiny pants,
and also like the high-waisted ones.
Yeah,
with the
I had that one and the shorts version of them.
And then also like the dresses, and it was like one color at the top, one color at the bottom.
Yeah, I don't know if I had that one.
I had those as well.
They were expensive too.
I don't know where the fuck I thought I was
like
going in those American Apparel clothing, because it wasn't even worth the money.
No, it wasn't.
Those pants, man.
I used to go in the store as well. Wasn't there? There used to be one. It wasn't in Carnaby Street.
There was one on Oxford Street. Like a little between Oxford Street and Tottenham Court Road.
I remember. Remember actually going out to buy raving clothes.
Yeah, I used to go try stuff on and send pictures to my friends
and
be
shoes.
Like,
mad.
Do you think this looks cute?
Nah, me and my sister. Luckily, we were the same size as well because we used to just share. I used to steal her shoes, but like the stripper shoes were nuts.
Insanity, sheer insanity. Platform, and then like a massively high and shiny.
I had like these black ones. Platform. I had the brown version. Like I don't know where I was getting all the money from.
Black ones. I don't know where I got the money from either, because I'm like, but you had the money for an outfit. You didn't have the money for the drinks. You'd roll up and I'd spend no money in the club. And sometimes I'd get there for free. Maybe I'd pay for a ticket. Maybe.
Yeah, I'd
you'd get to Faded at like when it's like £5 for £5 entry for like until 10 o'clock or something.
Oh, I made sure I was friends with all the promoters.
Yeah, same. Most of the time I got in for free.
I was like, hey.
Gotta get in. Shout out Taser on the free entry that we used to get
back
in the day
too, so it didn't hurt.
Yeah, they were, some of them. So
legit, I was like,
yeah, we was really, really out here.
I think Taser used to get me in for free. Did he back in them days? Maybe.
Yeah, he did get me back in free a lot of stuff back in the day. I was really out here.
Now it's like, where's your ticket, hun?
Yeah, he's trying to he about his money now.
And I used to go on a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and I was at uni. I used to drive down from Birmingham Thursday night if I was around, Friday, Saturday.
Sometimes I'd go on a Sunday.
Sunday, the house stuff in Shoreditch.
Yeah. What a damn to be alive.
I thought, no wonder we're fucking tired. Like,
yeah, it's like we're tired in life now. And also, like, when people are like, oh, do you want to go out? I'm just like, bro, like, we do this since I was 15. I don't need to go out now. Like, one party a year is my party. Like, I don't need more than one party.
I can't do any more than that.
It's also just boring now.
It's not the same.
Just,
I feel like before, when you see like all your people, it'll be so fun.
It doesn't feel the same. It doesn't hit the same. I'm like happy to just be called boring and sit down. Like,
did you ever used to go to the parties after Sunday show?
I think probably a couple times, yeah.
Oh, they were fun.
Yeah. And sometimes you'd go to the rave and then you'd end up back at someone's house at like some kind of like shenanigans.
Oh, I didn't know. I didn't do that.
I did some after rave shenanigans.
Ooh. We used to go to Tinseltown after the rave.
Oh, Tinseltown, defo did that.
Yeah. Tinseltown was the place.
Or Bagel King.
I feel like
go Bagel King because you were in.
We went Bagel Bite. We went to one in Bush. But this is how I feel like this is also how everybody like bonded. Like this is how everybody got so close, because you'd be out together all night and then you'd be like eating together like literally for the whole weekend.
Just like, and also can we just, Tinseltown was actually shit.
The what?
The food at Tinseltown was actually bullshit.
The waffle was okay,
bro.
The caramel waffle.
The
with
waffle
the
tasted like cardboard.
With the
not good.
The ice cream.
It was not good.
I don't know. I feel like back when they first started,
I used to love the buffalo wings. I used to be buffalo wing in it.
I can't remember any of that. They used to have this wrap that I used to like. So random.
But like now I'm like, that food was bullshit.
Also, man. How did we have Tinseltown money? Or was it cheap? Maybe it was cheap.
Sometimes I didn't pay. Sometimes someone was paying for me. I was really not trying to pay when I was 20. Like, I was really trying to be like paid for everything.
Yeah, my friend had that unlock. I remember she used to just like call guy. We'd go to Tinseltown, she'd call a guy and he would just come and pay.
Sometimes I just have guys to pick me up from things as well.
Yeah, she was the same.
Good times.
Yeah, because she never drove, so she was just like.
That's why when people are like, "Oh, how have you like gone so long and like not driven?" I'm like, I either had a boyfriend or I had a guy who would drive me.
A driver, basically.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
A guy who thought he was gonna get it, but never did. And then he would just drive, like, they would drive me places or pick me up. You know, with the idea that they might get it, but they didn't.
And then you're like, bye.
I was like, yeah, can you take me home? It's getting late. Oh, so tired.
I had a guy like that before I started driving. Maybe when I was like 16, 17. He was older, and he lived on the road next to me, so it was ideal. Local. But he fancied me, so I was like,
they all fancy you.
Yeah,
that's the point.
I mean, pick me up on. It might have even been Taser's house party. There was a house party on some random time, I don't remember. And I was like, "Hi, can you come pick me up?" And he probably came and got me from this house party. I was like, he really thought he was gonna get some.
Yeah,
no, I did. Wonder how he's doing now.
This is probably why guys are so heartless now, because when we were like 21, we were getting them to drive us around with the thoughts that they were.
Yeah, and pay for our food.
One time I got a guy who I was seeing, who really liked me, to drive me to another guy's house that I was seeing.
That's really out of order. That's so mean. No. Where did you tell him you were going?
A friend's house.
And what if the guy came out and was like, huh?
No, I made him drop me like a couple doors down.
That's so rude.
I was like, if I liked you, like I was like all over you, like all in, like an idiot. But if I wasn't really on it, you'd probably get taken for idiot. I can't lie.
Yeah, that's out of order.
I regret that. Sorry. I apologize.
But he's still sad. Oh, he doesn't know.
No, probably not.
Well, yeah, no wonder guys are fucking over it.
He never got anything in the end, so
it's usually how the cookie crumbles.
Listen, I reckon the thing is, for every girl that's fucked a guy over, there's a guy that's fucked her over. Like, we've all fucked each other over, so it is what it is. You gotta grow up, you gotta get over it, and you gotta move on. I don't hate men. I just think some men are dickheads.
Yeah, fair.
You know? And I think plenty of men out there, you don't have to hate women. Some of us have moved like dickheads. I'll admit it. But we're good peoples.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Just gotta move on.
I wonder if you ever came to any of our parties, because we used to do like the squeeze parties, but sometimes we do them with Faded.
Maybe then. I used to go to Faded a lot.
Halloween parties.
Oh yeah, a lot of those. I went to a lot of those.
So fun.
Did you ever go to Bump?
Is that the roller skating thing?
No. It was like it was a hip hop party. It would have been like
in Dalston.
No, it was in Brixton.
Probably not.
I think it started in Dixon and it moved to Brixton. It was like bi-weekly, I think, so every 2 weeks. And it was in Brixton, and it was really good. It was really fun. But then it got really gay out of nowhere. And then I stopped going because I was kind of scared of the lesbians.
I remember I used to go to a lot of these things in Vauxhall, and there was always a lot of lesbians moving to me.
Yeah, they'd move to me, and I'd get a bit scared. So then I stopped going.
Yeah.
Like,
it was also fun back then to be like, oh, like what's everybody else on? Like, where's everybody going tonight? Like,
back then I felt like there was something on every weekend. I mean, there's probably something on every weekend now, but I just don't hear about it.
Yeah, no.
Like,
I hear about
well,
nothing.
I mean, the whole point of this whole like episode is raving culture dead? Because they're saying like clubs up more, loads of clubs are like have closed down like 70% or something. So like, is it dead? And
they can only get like day licenses now. This is what I was going to say before. I feel like back then, like we didn't really have day motives.
We didn't have day parties back then, really.
But not parties. Like, what did you used to do during the day? Like, I feel like a lot of weekends, I'd literally just like be prepared. The day I'd be preparing to go out that night.
Yeah,
like, I'd be sleeping in, chilling, going to like get my nails done or whatever, and then like preparing for the evening.
I genuinely don't remember what I used to do in the day.
Because you wouldn't be going out to eat or for brunch because like you don't really have the money for that.
And we didn't really have like, well, I mean, I didn't know about brunches back then.
I used to go to like, there was a place near us that was like quite nice for like breakfast and brunch. So like morning after the rave, we'd like go to this place. But like that was kind of it.
But was it like more like a cafe?
No, it was quite nice. It was called Jack's. It was in Kensal Rise, but it was like they had like a nice little like outside bit at the back. Like, but no, the cafe used to see me. Me and Beta used to be in the cafe running it down, getting that fried bread in. I
wasn't really into the calf culture.
Oh, really?
No,
we used to go calf.
I was quite fussy about my fry up. My mum's fry up was the best one, so I just used to make my mum make it for me.
Oh, fair. No, I never had fry ups at home.
A good fry up, banging.
My dad never made fry ups. Well, he's not English, so that might be why.
I think mum was born here, so she knows about a fry up. So she used to make it like, you know, little Jamaican style, like bit of planting on the side.
Yeah.
Good.
Or the day motive, like for me, would be like Westfield.
Yeah, like West End. Go to West End for what?
Yeah, to shop to go and get your outfit for the night.
True,
that's
true,
literally
true.
it. Everything actually revolved around
the rave,
the night activity. Like, well, that's crazy. I've never thought about that till now.
Yeah,
like we actually had no hobbies. We actually did nothing apart from go out.
I didn't start going to the gym until I was like 23. Maybe 22.
I feel like I went when I was younger, like with my sister,
didn't.
and then like, but like my sister's like, you should come to the gym with me. Like I'm like, she was in Fitness First,
Go
and
off,
I was like, and I was like, oh, and then she used to like train me, like, and then I was
really?
like I went a couple of times. Yeah, the gym did not exist.
I didn't start going to the gym until like probably like 22, 23. Before that, it was non-existent.
Probably even after that.
Do you know why I started going to the gym? In my last year of uni, because my course was like 100% coursework. So I was at home all the time doing coursework. I got chubby. So I went to start going to the gym. Before that, I never went to the gym, really. Like
these 20-year-olds.
Well, now people are going...
You wait.
But when you see on like socials, like girls are in the gym from like 16 now.
True. I mean, even in my gym, I see like 17, 18-year-olds in there. I'm like, what the hell are you doing?
I don't see them. Gym box is too expensive.
Yeah,
for them 16-year-olds, but they are in the gym from young now. Like
we never used to go to the gym. It was like food, buy an outfit, nap outside.
Like going out to eat, going like someone's house maybe, and like you get ready together. But like I don't recall having weekend activities.
No. That didn't involve the nighttime.
No.
That's actually
crazy.
Yeah, that's really crazy.
Not until I got
like
to
going to someone's house. That's kind of it.
I feel like I didn't start to get like weekend activity motives until I started working in an office, and then like people would discuss what they were doing on the weekend, and I'd be like, oh, maybe we should try these things, you know. But before that, no, it was definitely It was just going rave, Shubs get locked, Bagel King.
And then you're waking up late the next day.
Yeah, and then you need your Sunday to recover. So yeah,
that's crazy. But what a time. Like,
but
it was actually really fun.
I feel like raving culture like in the UK was such a good time, and like I feel like
cinema,
we
actually,
grew
that's
up on that.
I used to do.
We grew up on that. Like
remember Funky House?
Funky House.
Sometimes I feel bad for the Americans who never had Funky House,
because they only really got into house like recently.
Yeah,
like we
Funky
proper
House
had like,
was like a whole time.
Yeah, and like people like Cold Steps, like they had their own chants. Every like mic man had their own like thing, and we'd know them off head. What was Cold Steps one? I can't even remember. Fuck.
I will be there.
I will be there. I will be there.
Where were you? Where were you? I will. Because he had a song as well.
I think so. Yeah.
Oh my god,
that's crazy.
And you used to get the CDs for the car.
The CDs.
I had a whole thing. I had like one of those.
Yeah, everyone used to take those things out of their fucking thing. Which CDs you used to go over the book.
The person who was next to me, I'd be like, right, here you go.
Yeah. And you're like, oh, I got the new CD from like, I will be there.
Yeah.
So let's put that on.
After the rave, you'd come out and you'd just be like, yep. Yeah, Funky House is nuts. Did you ever used to do the dances?
Of course. Migraine
skank.
I want to see the migraine skank.
Oh, what was the other one? What was not Flirty? Napa Man K. What was his song?
Ain't nothing like Napa Man K.
Wait, isn't that Migraine Skank? No.
I think that is. I think that is.
That's what I remember as well. Napa
just
Man
that part.
K.
Napa Man K. Like.
Oh my god.
And even the Oli. Like we proper like lived. Like we had a good time.
So many. What other things was it? Migraine Skank. What? Because do
you remember that? Sometimes I wake up early in the morning. That was a good one. Congos. Oh, that was a good one.
Wasn't that the dance as well?
I love to play my congos in the morning.
Bongos.
Bongos even. That was a fucking good time.
I know I love to play. Or what's his name was killing it as well with the Doneo.
This was a good fucking time.
What a time.
That was a time to be alive. Like, nah, that was a good time. No, this is actually making me want to go out. Bro, you don't hear this sort of music no more.
You don't.
No, that was a good time.
It was. Funky House. What was the other one with the sword that? Not the sword.
And you remember that the siren? I want to hear the sirens come in. That one.
Oh yeah. Do. Oh my god! Stop!
And we're like, wait.
Yeah.
Playing the sirens.
And how did we used to dance out? It was like do.
It was that proper like like,
and everyone should be like.
Bro, proper weird dances.
That is mad.
That was a good time. You like used to skank. Everyone used to skank together.
Yeah,
yeah. Like it was fucking crazy.
That is crazy.
Yeah, we was really out here.
What happened to Funky House? It just like
I
died.
think it died down, and now everyone just listens to Afro beats.
Because that's kind of how the whole like black coffee thing came around. Well, like for us, anyway.
I think that's why like black coffee's so big now. Because like right now, I mean, because there's no one else doing it. There's no one else like playing that kind of music.
There is.
Yeah, I mean, from like, for like, well, but like that kind of funky house, who's playing it?
He doesn't do funky house. More like Afro house.
Well,
like,
Afro house, yeah.
But like, I feel like when he first started for us, I don't know what he was doing beforehand.
I don't
but
even
like,
remember.
there was a song that was like bait, and it was a Black Coffee song. It was Turn Me On, that one.
Yeah,
that
like,
was like the first.
He's
that
the
we'd
only
heard
one from
of.
those times now that I still hear though.
Yeah.
Like is what I mean. Like I
Yeah,
don't really
true,
hear like
true.
anyone from back then now. And like if they are playing music, they're playing like poppy.
Remember,
more.
I'm gonna put my finger on the dial. Then I started to see you in a different
That was
light.
a good
Didn't
time.
creep into my mind, and it gave me the side. I ain't sure.
Good times,
That was my
man.
ringtone.
We used to like proper like go places, bang out these CDs in the car, get to
Learn the
rave,
music.
and then you
Legit.
literally be like getting to the rave at like 11, leaving at 6 a.m.
Yeah, when it was sunny. It used to be like daylight.
Sunrise.
Yeah,
Sunrise.
daylight you'd be leaving. For sure.
Good fucking times.
Yeah,
So
I don't regret that one bit. So fun.
I just don't think that like clubs are like this and like parties like partying in the UK anyway is just not like that anymore.
not.
Like in here the scene's dead.
But then people go to day parties. So I wonder if people are going to like, in like 10 years time, people are going to have this same conversation and be like, oh, like we were only going to day parties, weren't going out at night.
It's true. But I think also the thing about day parties is like, especially for the UK, like it's nice to go to a day party. You go to the day party, you get drunk. By the time you go home, you can sober up, eat something. You get up the next day, you can go for a run, you can go to gym, you're cool.
Yeah, exactly.
Whereas like when you're going out in the night, your whole Sunday's written off.
It's true. Yeah.
Like right now, like when you said, bro, let me even just let everyone know this. Me and Helena went out recently. The party started. What time the party start?
Like midnight.
The party started at midnight.
It was after carnival
Cool.
party.
Helena was like, the party starts at midnight, so like we'll meet at this time.
Oh no, I think it started at 11.
I think it started at 11, and we met at like 11:30 and went in at about midnight. Bro, I had a nap. I had pre-workout before I got ready, and that's the only way I was able to survive that. And I had a Red Bull on the night to stay awake.
Yeah, it's a lot of stamina.
I don't have it at all.
No.
I was so tired. And it wasn't even like a really like lively party either. Like it was more like a social.
Chilled, yeah.
Social chill. And I was just like, why the actual hell are we awake so late?
Yeah, it was kind of crazy. We're never awake that late.
I left my house I got in an Uber at 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
That's mental to me. I had to take pre-workout, bro. But to be fair,
although I went out in New York the other night, I
You're
think I got in at like 5 a.m.
you're crazy. you lot are crazy. I genuinely just don't have it.
But if it's like someone's birthday, I will make an exception.
Fair. Well, guess what? I'll never ask you to go out till midnight for my birthday.
You will in fucking Brazil. We're going to be outside.
Brazil. We go to a nice... It's Christmas Day, though. It's not going to be parties like that, I don't think. I think we'll go for a nice bar. We'll get a little bit drunk. Go to the beach. Go fucking home.
I want to listen to some funky house now.
On New Year's, though, in Brazil, we got to go out all night.
Exactly.
I'm bringing the pre-workout for it.
What did I do last year for New Year's? Oh, I was in the freaking bar in Miami. Bring back funky house.
I think I was at like a little gathering. It was a very chilled one.
Bring back funky house.
I don't think it's gonna happen. But you can go to like every now and again. They have like throwback raves where they do like funky house. So maybe
A day party.
Obviously, I'm not going to a night party.
There's no
So
way.
in conclusion, it is dead.
Yeah, I mean, it's not going to be the same as it used to be.
Nah.
I don't know.
I mean, I just don't think I just don't care to go anymore. I'd rather if someone said to me, "What would you rather do?" Like, I'd say,
And there's not the same type of events.
I'd rather get dressed up, go for a nice dinner, go
Yeah.
to a bar, chat with all my friends at a reasonable volume music, and then go home and be in bed by 1.
I mean, the ears aren't performing how they used to.
Bro, we were out and I was like, what?
That's the reason why I've got tinnitus.
This is not gonna happen. It's done. It's over. We've RIP
R.I.P. raving.
the club. Yeah,
We loved you. We lost you.
we had a good time.
We're happier.
We're happier. We're happier. We're healthier.
well rested.
We go to the gym on Sundays now.
Yeah, legit. That's why there's nobody in my gym on a Sunday. Everyone's probably in the club, but suffering.
Gym box is full every day. I don't think anyone cares.
mad.
I genuinely don't think anyone cares. Like when I went to the gym on Saturday, I thought, oh, no one will be here. It's Saturday. People are at brunch. No, they're not.
No one goes
They're
to
at
brunch
they're
anymore.
at bloody CrossFit class.
No one's got money. They're trying to get their money's worth out their gym membership.
Yeah, gym memberships are expensive.
Yeah.
When I saw that David Lloyd price, I said, God damn.
Anyway, that's for another day.
That's for another day, peeps. We'll talk about that then.
This has been fun.
This has been very fun.
Should we put some? We would have to send people some pics or show some pics.
We'll put some pics in the like.
Yeah, I'm ready to get my embarrassing pics out.
Yeah, me too. The red lippy boy. Catch me in the ruby woo.
Ruby woo, yeah.
But thank you so much for coming to our suite.
Yeah,
I'm Ashley.
Thanks for joining us. I'm House.
We'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.